Update, it's Saturday, Christmas Eve, 24th. And this is just to show you where we're standing. We're holding our own. I think we're doing remarkably well. So the tanks have been running now since 4 a.m. Friday, so it's about 31 hours continuously. And you can see the Monster's doing fine. Monster's doing fine over here. Everything looking remarkably good at this stage, 31 hours into a hard freeze. And the heaters are working, they're just working like a charm. They're just buzzing along, doing their thing. Monster's fine. Look at that Iris Regina, perfectly happy under the heater. The Clerodendron, we never worry about because it always comes back, but it's doing fine. Now we're starting to see some freeze damage here. See the leaves of these red leaf bananas, the Bordelon bananas. These things are simply very sensitive. Obviously they're over in the corner, and what I've done is I've actually set up a fan here. If you see this fan, to blow heat from underneath on one side over across the pool area. And it hasn't been enough. I think we're going to lose the tops of those, but the good news is I'm almost certain that the trunks are good all the way up to the top, and so for once we can just cut them off at the top and they'll come back instead of having to keep cutting them lower and lower. Now the corner bananas are holding their own. That's just leaf shredding from wind. And they're doing okay. The palms are fine. Look at that hibiscus, doing just fine behind the pool. This hibiscus right here, I can see very subtle signs of cold stress, but it's hanging in there. It's holding its own. Iris Regina fine. That hibiscus also I can see some leaf stress, but again it's holding its own. Looks like it's doing fine. These bananas are doing great. They're right above this heater. These bananas are doing fine. Those are fine. Those are fine. Now, so the upshot is I'm very, very pleased 31 hours into a hard freeze to be where we are. The fern is doing fine. That banana shrub seems perfectly happy. Now in here, we're doing fine so far. The bottle palm looks good. The Iris Regina, pretty much everything in here. That's a bougainvillea sitting down low. And it was already cold stressed. Now here is where we're starting to see some effects right away. Those leaves hanging down, that's cold damage right there. That's frost damage. They are right above this heater, but these Bordelon bananas are just more sensitive, and this is also very exposed. We've been having a lot of wind whipping around since the cold front came through. But again, I expect the Bordelons, the bodies of them to be perfectly fine, so whatever leaves we have to cut off, we can cut off way up high. This bougainvillea on the corner is doing fine. Even the jasmine that's growing up in there is doing fine. Again, everything okay in this corner. Everything good here. This guy right here, this alocasia, but he always gets whacked and he always comes back. And so those at this point are our used tanks, and those on the right down there are the tanks we have yet to go. So I think we're doing well. Fingers crossed. We have a ways to go, but I'll check in. Oh, that little guy's drooping a bit, but those moon pads are like alien creatures. They never die.